Walk a Chinese city after midnight, and it looks like somebody just moved their entire streaming studio outdoors. Everywhere you look, ring lights, foldable chairs, tripods, girls in dresses doing karaoke next to a trash bin. It's like if The Voice in China went bankrupt, but just decided to keep going on anyways. Now here's the thing, they're not exactly homeless, but they definitely do look like it. So who are they? And why are entire streets just turning into live stream farms at night? It kinda looks like a mix of those Chinese flea markets, but mixed with a reality TV show. So here's the deal. In places in Changsha and Chengdu, there's this new phenomenon that people are calling the underbridge live stream zones. Basically, when the city goes to sleep, the influencers come out. By 9 p.m, the bridge underpass starts lighting up like runways. Hundreds of people setting up power banks, stools, and ring lights. It's a fine line in between begging and performing, and they call it stall style streaming. It's like setting up a little shop, but instead of selling fried squid or, some clothing or socks, you're selling your personality, as well as how much you can embarrass yourself in public. And well, business is booming. Because in China, where the live stream economy is like worth over 700 billion yuan, even an underpass under a bridge can become an office. Like, just imagine your 9 to 5 ends, you clock out, and then another person clocks in. Just, right under the bridge you just drove by. Now, you must be thinking, why outside? Like, why not just stream from your room like a normal influencer, right? Firstly, well, they say outdoor streams look more interesting because there's no fancy setup, there's no rented studio, it's legit just real life. And second, the streets come alive at night. Most people like us doom scroll between 11 p.m. to 2 a.m., which is the absolute perfect time to catch those night owls and lonely office workers. And of course, there's a cost when it comes to live streaming. By doing it under a bridge, there's no rent and there's no lighting bill. There isn't even light outside. Just bring your ring light, portable charger, foldable chair, and maybe some mosquito spray. Because once those mosquitoes show up, you're kinda cooked. Nothing humbles an influencer faster than just losing to nature itself. Natural selection. Damn, they all got potential. Oh, whoa. What's going on back there? I mean, yeah, like, why pay 3,000 yuan for like a studio when the city already built one for free? Now let's talk about the hottest spot, the Guilin Nanzhou Bridge. Every single night, this bridge essentially just turns into a low-form budget of Douyin headquarters. Hundreds of creators sitting side by side, screaming into their phones. Tap the heart, brothers, don't let me drop in ranking. They have setups that look like mini gaming rigs. Got LED lights, sound cards, foldable sofas. It's like packing for a camping trip at this point. Somebody even brought a thermos and a massage pillow. And then they kind of formed their own little strange ecosystem. Because there are veteran streamers mentoring the newbies. There are even talent scouts walking around to look for potential. And of course, your good old auntie snack vendors who realize that they can just start selling their instant noodles next to these exhausted streamers. One top female streamer bragged that she made 100,000 yuan a month. That's around $14,000. But next to her, another girl says she only made 30 yuan after 6 hours. That's $4. Basically, this is just a bridge version of capitalism. It's like if you took a streamer factory and just mass produce them on the sidewalk. Not gonna lie, this is kind of dystopian at this point. And it's funny that they all have the same kind of ring light too. So some of these are just under a single agency. Now here's where it gets wild. These homeless live streamers aren't just selling beauty or talent. They're essentially just selling their pity. Like, think about it. A girl dressed like she's going to a fashion show, sitting under a bridge, singing to her phone while cars and trucks pass by. People watch and then they think, hey, yeah, she's so hardworking. Let me send her some coins and gifts. It's the pity aesthetic. You look just pitiful enough to earn some sympathy, but not to the extent where it starts getting too depressing. See, it's like a fine balance between I'm struggling, but make it cute. And clearly it works. Because on platforms like Douyin, Kuaishou, Bilibili, the main income comes from gifts. So like digital coins, flowers, cars, yachts, all paid for by emotionally invested strangers. Except the catch is just absolutely brutal. Because let's say you earn 100 yuan in gifts. The platform will take 50%, your agency will take 20%, and you keep maybe around 30%. So congrats, you just streamed like 6 hours outside under a bridge just for some bubble tea money. But you know why people still keep going? Because one viral night can change their lives. That's where the addiction comes in.
不乐意进工厂的就是你们说的那个啥好吃懒做的，你看嘛，兄弟们。兄弟们，这是哪里啊？为什么现在好多？
Now here's what many people don't see. Many of these streamers are not working alone. Behind them are small MCN agencies, basically a live stream farm. They recruit random people off the streets like it's Squid Game, give them training on how to cry and make fake emotions on cue, then they hand them a mic and say, congrats, you're an influencer now. It's like those K-pop recruiters, but without any dorms or salaries. It's gotten to the point where these agencies rent bridge spots, organize groups, and even schedule shifts. 8 p.m. to midnight, midnight to 4 a.m. It's your 9 to 5, as well as your 5 to 9. And then they tell you things like, keep chatting even when there's no one watching, because stopping means losing the flow. It's not wrong. On Douyin, silence is death. So that's why they just talk non-stop even when no one's watching. It's absolute content purgatory. And of course, not everyone's a fan of this. Some locals have nicknamed the Nanzhou Bridge Beggar Bridges. And some complain they can't even sleep when there's music and ring lights just blasting everywhere. So many pretty girls. Why are they all shouting under a bridge? But you know what their response to it is? We're not streamers. We're not beggars. We're entrepreneurs. I mean, they kind of are. They found a free workspace with no rent. They self-advertise, they build a community. But the line between begging and hustling does start kind of get iffy, especially when your income is just solely based on strangers' amount of pity for you. Because one bad night and your self-worth literally drops with your viewer count. Even police have tried to clear out these bridges, but every time they do, the streamers just migrate to the next closest bridge. That's the thing, an economy that's built on desperation, as well as Wi-Fi. Can't destroy that. And a lot of people fetishize this sad girl aesthetic. So they pretty much just cry, sob, and just start venting, and it just loops over and over again. But they roleplay the poverty, you know, because it sells. That's how things have become nowadays. You can now monetize pretending to be broke. But somehow this feels a bit more real than rich guru influencers in their luxury apartments. Because at least under the bridge, there's no really pretending that it's easy. This whole trend makes sense, you know, maybe I'll start doing it in a couple years. Rent is up, unemployment is high. Your traditional jobs that ensure that you have financial security, especially in China, it's just not safe anymore. So streaming becomes the gold rush. But instead of digging for gold, you're just digging for attention. You see, it's kind of ironic. They have more gear than some studios, even more consistency than some other startups. Next time you see a homeless streamer pop up on your feed, it could be under a bridge, under a sidewalk. I don't know how you get under a sidewalk. Remember, they're not just chasing for the clout, they're surviving. Because in 2025, in China's economy, the bridge is the new stage. Gather with me and let's all migrate to the nearest bridge and start streaming.